So Clicktivism is essentially this idea that all people are doing is clicking on things and they don't really care about anything. So when instead people are liking a Facebook post and they think, here is this great thing I've done for the world by clicking a button on this thing, and now I've done all I have to do to care about the world for today or this week or this year, and now I'm going to go home. I think people are laughing as I'm saying this. It's kind of a ridiculous idea. Sure, lots of people watched that Coney 2012 video. Why did they watch it? People didn't think they were doing an act of heroism by watching that video, but I tell you one thing, more people in this generation know about an African warlord than previous generations knew and what he's doing and the human rights abuses he's carrying out. So I think when you think about the fact that more people in this generation have awareness about the rest of the world and the problems in the world and have some level of engagement, everything we know about human behavior and how people evolve over time suggests that if you get engaged with a global issue, have one smidge of awareness, or you donate to something when you're younger, the chances that over the long term that behavior is never going to manifest ever again, that would defy everything we know about human behavior and how people develop.
Binta, you look like you want to respond to this one.
I mean, Coney is such a funny example because aside from the fact
Again, remind listeners and audience members what Coney was.
You know, I don't remember all of the details.
Okay.
Do you want to?
Yeah, Coney was a film made by some American activists who had gone out, nonprofit, who had gone out and been upset by a years-long ravaging of the countryside in Uganda, correct? And
right.
And by a warlord, and he went and made a film about it in 2012 in April, and put it up online. And it caused and announced there was going to be a day of action, and it caused an enormous stir among primarily younger generations, including my 10-year-old daughter, which is why I know about it. They were talking about it at breakfast. They were talking about it at dinner. They were outraged. And it's true, they had never paid any attention whatsoever to Africa. And then the day came, and it was a little bit of a bust, partly because of a little bit of some personal problems of the director of the film.
I mean, the day was a bit of a bust in part because of his personal issues, but it was also a bit of a bust because the issue had largely resolved itself before the video came out. It was also a bust because there was a very large percentage of people in Uganda and throughout the African continent who were extraordinarily offended by that video. You know, it was a video that was done without having a lot of close interaction. I mean, we talk about, you know, social media and technology and the different ways of being
So that goes
activists.
to a naivete,
Right.
I think you're saying, of the millennial generation.
Of when social media worked to actually make change in this country?
Yes, but would you address, before you do, the point that Binta made, that there was a naivete in your generation's
But I think
optimism?
that, you know, in the 60s, I think there was a great naivete in a lot of the activists that were, I mean, youth activists are often...
Jessica Gross.
Youth activists are often deeply naive.